Hello, my name is Jackson Rigby. I am in your English 2010 online class, and this is my digital research presentation. Um, my topic that I chose um, was similar to what was the one that we had on the instruction page. It was why academic writing and research um, help you in your field or are beneficial for you in your field. And in my field, I'm going into landscape and or construction, and I have gone over why it is beneficial for me and people who are interested in going into this field to become more academic writers and become more skillful writers, and also to be constantly researching and trying to find out new and innovative ways to complete their jobs. And I think research is a big part of that. I think it's relevant because in today's day, I think that lots of kids are complaining that things we learn in school are not relevant to what we are going to do in the future. And I think that this kind of combats that argument in the sense that what we are learning in this class is going to help me in something as as crazy as landscape and construction, which you would not think that it would, but it helps me for sure. This is also significant because it can help other people who want to work in this field. It can help them become motivated to become better writers and to become more knowledgeable and do more research into this field. Um, my thesis is why research and academic writing are assets for you in landscape and construction. To support this argument, um, I said, or my points were that writing in construction and in landscape is it is better for you to communicate with the customers. It is always good for you and the customer to be on the same page, um, and this helps you avoid problems um, that may come up, and it also helps them be less frustrated with you if accidents do happen and or if deadlines are not met. Also, it is good for you to have better communication with investors if you are able to have um, if you are better if you are able to write reports to them and send it to them. If you are an academic writer and you are a good writer, these reports will be able to be more clearly read, and they will be understood better. um, it also, if you are able to write, if you're a skillful writer, you will be able to have better communication within your company. um, I have, for one, have been working for a landscape company for years, and the communication has been what has set us apart from other landscape companies. We always are writing in reports every few days on what we are accomplishing and what we need to improve on, and we are also sending these to the boss, sending these to other people within the company so that we can learn from one another. And this especially is huge for us to be skillful writers because we are able to more clearly state what is needed and fix these problems. Also, talking more about the research side of things, research helps us become more effective. And you may ask why. It is because when we are constantly doing more research, we are finding new ways to complete our tasks that we have at work. For example, in landscape, we can research new ways to, let's say we're using a tractor and we need to dig a trench pipe for a trench for our sprinklers. There are certain ways that you can do this which are more effective. You can use a smaller bucket so you don't have as much cleanup. You can also use a trencher. And there's just so many different ways to do these things. And if you are researching and you are learning from the pros and learning from people who know the best about this subject, then you will be able to become more effective in your work. And it also will make you smarter, and also to point out more landscape, because that is what I'm familiar with most right now, is if you are doing research on which plants are better, can survive better in a dry climate like Utah, you will be able to get more customers, because they will not be complaining about if you put a plant that doesn't belong in a desert or arid climate like Utah, and they will ultimately be happier with their service. So my preliminary outline is that I have had work experience, and I have seen these things with my own eyes, and I've seen how they have made our company better. They have seen the writing, how it is able to clear up communication in all aspects of our work. And also, I have interviewed my boss and asked him a little bit more about this, and he said that communication is key, especially in landscape, because there are so many things that can go wrong, and if we are all on the same page, we are able to get the task done we need to. And this all stems back to, of course, being able to have those writing skills. And also, I interviewed one of my friends. His dad owns a construction company, and he says writing is key in construction, because you always are constantly having to write up plans and to write up reports to go meet with the city to get things zoned, and to also to get permits to build in this area, and you're having to convince them that this is a benefit for the city. And if you do not know how to write, you will be ineffective. And also research to find the newest tool, to find the newest thing that can take you guys, your company, to the next level. It will help you if you are able to, if you know how to even research, and you are able to get this practice from school. My references, so I put work experience because I have been able to work for a landscape company for the past year, and also during this time I have been able to also, me and my brother and I have been flipping a house, and I've gotten lots of construction experience, and we have had a professional handyman come help us and teach us the things we need to know. And I have seen how communication stemmed from good writing skills can really change a project, and keep you, it honestly can keep you under budget, so you can end up making more money. And then I interviewed with my boss, Carson Lindsley, owner of Overland Lawn and Landscape, and then interview with Owen Fisher, CEO and owner of JF Capital, and he owns Strategic Builders, a construction company. The lessons I learned, the good lessons I learned, is how to properly state my thesis, and how to back it up with evidence, and also how to use my experience that I have in my essay, and how to relate that to the topic. And also I I learned how to also take commutatively of what I learned from this class and put it to test, and to write an essay with the stuff that we've learned. I think the bad lessons I've learned is to not delay the project to the end. I need to be better at starting the project weeks in advance instead of days in advance. To get better sources, I had some primary sources, but I think I could have dug a little deeper into the internet, which I did not do. I just did primary sources. Need to be better plan out the semester so I can stay up in class so I don't have to do this days in advance. Need to be creative, but also need to follow closely to the rubric. And I need to read the instructions better. It took me a long time to understand what the purpose, and not the purpose, but the requirements for this assignment. But overall, I am very grateful for this class, and I have learned a lot, so thank you.